Hi, everybody. I've been reading this book by George S. Clausen. It's called The Richest Man in Babylon. They say that this is one of the greatest books that you can read that was ever written on how to gain wealth. And in this book, there's a man named Arcad who became very wealthy. He lived in Babylon, and they said he was so wealthy that even the king used to come to him for advice on his money, on his gold, and ask for his advice on what he should do with his money. In this kingdom of Babylon, it was like in a bad situation because a lot of the people in the kingdom were basically poor, and they couldn't, and nobody had a job, nobody had money saved up. Everybody was just scraping along. So the king was trying to figure out a plan. So what he did is Arcad's name came up, and the king's advisor said, "Hey, the richest man in Babylon, Arcad, he is not one of the people who was scraping along. He's still building wealth even in this bad situation." So the king brought him in and asked Arcad, could he teach what he knows to the men and women of the kingdom. And he gave them 7 cures, he called them, for a lean purse. And I'm going to let you see what those are right now. So number 1, he said, always save 1/10 of your pay. So here you can see I have 10 circles. So out of this, every time you get paid, what he is saying is that you should save one of these. Okay, you save 1/10. You save, so if that was $1, that means that every time you got a dollar paycheck, you would save 10 cents. And when you get the 10 cents, you never spend it. You put it in the bank and you never spend it. You live off the other 9. You never live off the 1. You just save it and keep building it up. Every check, you have to save 1 out of 10. Okay, if that was $90, it would be $9. If it was $100, it would be $10. If it was $1,000, it would be $100. And you keep saving that. Number 2, create a budget with 9/10 of your pay. So he told them you have to put all your expenses, put your pay down on paper, all your expenses for every month. Okay? And it should be written out. You shouldn't just be splurging, blowing money. You should know where your money's going in a budget. And you have to live off of 9. Because remember, that 10th one is saved. You're saving that. You never spend that. You have to live off of 9/10 of your money. Your budget has to be based on 9/10. He called the other one, the one that you're saving, that's money for you to keep and save. Number 3, invest wisely. Invest wisely. He said, if you're going to invest, find somebody who knows about investing. He gave an example. If you're going to invest in jewels, go to a jeweler. If you're going to invest in sheep, you go to a shepherd. Number 4, protect your investments by putting them in secure places. Number 5, one of the biggest things they said was own your own home. So work on owning your own home. Number 6, prepare and put money away for when you can't work any longer. So they're talking about when you can't work any longer, when you can't physically do it anymore, and you are at a stage where you can't work, you need to be putting money away while you're young so that part of your life can be comfortable to you. You can live the way you want to live. Number 7, continue to grow in your knowledge. So as you get better and better with this stuff, continue to grow. Continue to make your knowledge of this stuff even better. So once again, This was from the richest man in Babylon. 7 cures for lean purse that Arcad taught to the men and women of Babylon. Number 1, always save 1/10 of your pay. 2, create a budget with 9/10 of your pay. 3, invest wisely. 4, protect your investments by putting them in secure places. 5, own your own home. 6, prepare and put away for when you can't work anymore. 7, continue to grow. Now, just one last thing. That 1/10 that we told you about that you're supposed to save all the time. Once you get that, you keep putting that money in the bag, they call it, in the purse. And once your purse starts getting to the point where it's getting full, you can start taking that money and investing some of it. Find somebody who's experienced at finding good investments. And now that money can start making money for you. Okay, so, and the money that you make from that, the money that you made off of the 1/10, because you invested it, you put that back in the purse and you don't spend that either. So this is from the richest man in Babylon. Here are the 7 cures for a lean purse. Thank you.